craziness of high school basketball. These have clearly been the two top teams in the Boston City League on the girls' side for a long time. Always fun to see the future of Boston basketball. Wayne Wild straight to the bucket.
He wanted to finish that one.
Ferrero knocking down the runner there for O'Brien.
They're playing their basic strong game. Benway is really tough to beat.
4 seconds. Lawson fires it up. Buries it! Latin Academy! Jeremiah Burke, the 2020 boys champions. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Madison Park High School in Roxbury as we bring you the 2022 Girls Boston City League All-Star Game tonight between Team Grogan and Team Dever. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Flaherty. My partner, as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, it's been 3 years since they've actually had a City All-Star Game because of the pandemic. So, you know, even though it's not at Northeastern, even though things are a little different, I mean, you can see with these coaches and players, they're just happy to have this game
yeah,
back.
the spirit's still there. Yeah, and everybody's happy, like you said, just to have it back alive again. I mean, there were so many changes that athletes and families and coaches had to go through.
That's
to
right.
be able to reinstate this is really a big step.
No question. This is going to be a lot of fun, as always, here this afternoon at Madison Park. And we're going to see some of the top players in the Boston City League on the girls' side of the basketball first up. And when we look at the away team for Team Grogan, one of the top players and who's now the player of the year in the city of Boston is Jasmine Cox. She's one of our spotlight players tonight.
And only a sophomore. We saw
right.
Jasmine in the city championship game. She goes to the basket well, long, and what's ironic about her, unusual for a young player, she actually started as a defensive specialist.
That's right.
Because of her length and her quickness and her speed. But there you see, she definitely has some offense, likes to go to the basket. She takes a bump there, uses the backboard well. And I guess the biggest number for Jasmine is she's only a sophomore.
That's right. I mean, and we've seen her game grow so much. We saw her as an 8th grader just a couple of years ago. You mentioned defensive specialist could kind of fly up and down the floor and do whatever she wanted in transition. This year, her game has evolved so much. She's really become a scorer this season for O'Brien.
She had a great game in the semifinals of the city championship with 29 points, and she has a really good, bright future because
That's right.
The way she plays, she has a complete game now. It's just a matter of exactly how is she going to sort of grow into her body as she gets a little older. And obviously, you work on your skills. Her outside shot, she's a little tentative sometimes to take that, but that'll come with her confidence.
No question. And she's going to be a player to watch in the City League for years to come here in Boston. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got a senior for the city champion Latin Academy Dragons. We've seen Ruth Norton play so well all year long. She's our spotlight player tonight. From Team Dever, her head coach at Latin Academy. And Ruth has really just had a fantastic senior season.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be an emotional situation for Coach Dever and for Ruth. They've been together for a number of years at Latin Academy, like you said. Ruth's been his best player on this girls' team for the last couple of seasons. She had a great senior season, and she's one of the seniors who this game probably means a lot to because it's a great way to wrap up her Boston basketball career.
Yeah, no question. I mean, she wasn't necessarily a star at Latin Academy until this season, but she really came on this year, and they've had a successful program for the past few seasons. So like you mentioned, for her to kind of finish it up here tonight, probably going to be a little emotional, but it's capped off a nice career for Ruth Norton.
Yeah, she had a big game in the first round of the state tournament, which we actually saw. She had 27 points, and I'd say it was probably the most quiet 27 points I've ever seen. I mean, she was getting some fast breaks. She had some nice drives to the basket. She made all her free throws.
That's right.
But when I saw 27, I said, where'd they come from?
That's right.
That's the type of player she is. Very understated.
That's right.
And look for the pass first, set up her teammates, and I think that's what Coach Dever really loved about Ruth.
No question. That's why she was one of the leaders for Latin Academy this season. Now, for more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Dave Fleming, who's got an update for us. Dave, what do you have?
Hey, Pat. Hey, Alan. Just talked to both coaches at this All-Star game. They're going to go with quick rotations. They said they're going to do 4-minute rotations. So you're going to see starting set a group, another group's going to come in after 4 minutes, and then another after that. They said it's about getting the girls into the game, giving everybody a chance to play, of course. And then what I really loved was they said both of them separately said, if about 5 minutes to go and it's close, we're going for the win. So anyway, this is going to be a great game. Back to you guys.
Dave, thank you so much. And as always, these coaches, at a certain point, they try to get everybody in, they try to get everybody playing time, and then after a while, it's like, okay, we're going to go try and win this
competition
thing.
kicks in for the players and the coaches. So it's not just the coaches. I mean, the players they admit, okay, come on, let's do what we got to do to win the game.
That's right.
Put the best 5 out there so we can come away with a win. So I think it's funny that both coaches would say that when really it's in the players' mind too.
That's right. We know both sides really want to win this game, even though it's a City League All-Star game. Folks, we're going to head to break real quick. When we come back, we're going to see if we can get the starting lineups from both these teams and the introductions to all these players as well right after these messages. Don't go away.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the 2022 Boston City League All-Star Game. First up, it's the girls here this afternoon, and we're going to try to get you the player introductions. Right now, they're actually doing the cheerleaders, so we're going to let public address announcer William Johnson take over, see if we can get you the sound here from the gym.
Sophomore for Bryant, Kaylani Wright. Senior from East Boston, Leslie Guardado. Sophomore from Latin Academy, Sophia Shuglich. Sophomore from O'Brien, Deanna Bernard. Sophomore, Tech Boston, Grace Melendez. Freshman from Brighton, Jariana Brown Carter. Sophomore from Tech Boston, Brianna Garcia. Senior from O'Brien, Jamari Rogers. Junior from Tech Boston, Josie Rosa. Senior from East Boston, Ariana Medeiros. And senior from Boston United, Fatima Barry. Your Boston City All-Star cheerleaders. And now it's time to meet the All-Stars. First, for the coaches. In his 6 years as head coach, after going winless 2 seasons, this year he coaches his Lady Chargers to 10 wins in their first Eastern Division title. From Community Academy Science and Health, Coach Chase Rogan. Assisted by Boston United 10-year coach Trinell Rogers. And for Team Denver, 140 wins in 10 years. And after 2 semifinal losses in city playoffs, earns his first city title for the Lady Dragons from Boston Latin Academy, Coach William Dever. Assisted by Greg Perry. And now it is time to meet the reserves for Team Grogan. She led the Lady Tigers in rebounding, 3-year varsity player, helped her team finish as a runner-up in the city championship. Junior from John D. O'Brien, number 31, Onyeka Unegbu. 3-year varsity player, 2 years as a starter, All-City team honors, averaging 18 points a game. The junior from New Mission, number 1, Jordan Ferreira. Two-year varsity player, first year as a starter, earning all-conference honors. From New Mission, sophomore, number 22, Amy Mariano. Earning all-conference bid, first all-star selection, junior from East Boston, number 21, Juliana Troville. First year varsity, first year starter, led school in three-pointers made, sophomore from the Cash Chargers, number 11, Adina Barrett. Since the 8th grade as a 5-year varsity player, 4-year starter, all-conference led team in points, steals, and assists. A junior from Boston United, number 2, Lazia Lobo. And Madison, give it up for the sophomore in her first year varsity, first year starter, led scoring and rebounds, Madison Park's own, number 23, Iona Johnson. Give it up for the reserves, Team Grover. And now Team Deborah reserves. A 4-year varsity player, 3-year starter, led her team in steals. The senior from Boston Light Academy, number 11, Nellie Conklin. A 2-year starter, first team All-City, led Panthers in assists and steals. The senior from Fedway, number 2, Janaya Princeps. In her first All-Star selection, she got all conference honors. The sophomore from Charlestown, number 1, Aaliyah Santiago. 3-year varsity player, 3 years as a starter, helped her team win 2 division titles. All conference honors, junior from Snowden, number 22, Deanna Dunbar Lee. 2-year varsity player, first year starter, earned all conference, leading the Lady Bengals in points, rebounds, and assists. The senior from Brighton, number 1, Mariam Abbas. Starting point guard since the 8th grade, 3-year varsity player, earning honor roll and all conference. The junior from Burke High School, number 35, Zylise Bell. 2-year starter, first all-star appearance, leading the Lady Bears in steals and free throw attempts. The junior from Tech Boston Academy, number 5, Anisha Delva. And from Tech Boston Academy, the junior led team in 3-point made, runner-up in the citywide 3-point contest. Varsity player since the 8th grade and 3-year starter, number 2, Jasmine Williams Santiago. Give it up for the reserves for Team Deborah. And now it's time to meet the starters for Team Girl Gang. All conference scoring 28 points per game. The 4-year varsity player, 2 years as a starter. The sophomore from John Neal Bryant, number 3, Jasmine Cox. She's all conference with 15 points per game. 4-year varsity starter, 4-year player, attending Division I Rutgers University this fall. The senior from John Neal Bryant, number 2, Lita Guerrero. The first-year starter, first-year varsity, Boston City League all-tournament team. 8th player from New Mission, number 14, Cynthia Darling. In 3 years on varsity, first with Cash, 2-year starter, led her team in points, steals, and assists. The senior from the Cash Chargers, number 2, Bacassa Smith. And the 5-year varsity player since the 8th grade, 3-year starter, all conference, and led her team in rebounds. Number 4, the senior from Boston United, Kassani Shaheed. Give it up for the starters from Team Grogan. And now it's time to meet the starter for Team Deborah. The 4-year varsity player, 3 years as a starter. The led his Dragons in rebounding. Number 25, senior from Boston Light Academy, Alexa Kurumba. The 4-year varsity player, 3 years as a starter, leads Dragons in scoring and assists. The senior from Boston Light Academy, number 5, Reed Norton. The 2-year starter, second team All-City, led the
All-Stars here in 2022. William Johnson doing a fantastic job with the player intros. And as you notice this year, folks, each player is wearing their team's either away jersey or home jersey. So Team Devers, the home team, they have the white jerseys on. Team Grogan's the away team, they have the darker jerseys on. So a little bit different look this year, but still a fantastic City League All-Star game nonetheless here in 2022. We're just about set to go.
Yeah, we may have some duplicate numbers also because they, like you said,
right.
reality is to change regular jerseys.
So we'll have to sift through that as well, but these coaches are going to have to sift through this. Like
Exactly,
Dave
right.
Fleming said, you know,
It's
they got
tough
to
enough
figure
for
out
us,
these
but for them
lineups.
too. Yeah.
Right. They actually have to play the players. So
Well, I think
he'll be like, number 2, go in.
Yeah, then
We already
get up.
yeah, right.
That's part of the fun of an All-Star game.
No question.
You just hope that well, the way they were described, they said that it's 4-minute intervals. If that's what happens, then you can't get more fair than that.
That's right. We see Coach Dever going with the Latin Academy starters. Usually the head coach plays some of their players just because they're familiar with them.
Yeah, and to have them out there early.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Opening tap goes to Team Grogan. The 2 O'Brien players hook up. Shot no good. Tamia Darling from New Mission trying to put it back.
A held ball. Start things off. Looked like they had a nice fast break, but just couldn't finish. White ball.
Correction, Team Dever.
Of course, it just takes some time for some of these players to play together, too.
Nerves. I mean, we have an extra long introduction as we had the All-Star cheerleaders also introduced.
That's right.
Right before the game. Then a little bit of unusual twist. You had the entire roster of both teams introduced. So, you know, the girls they're like at least 5 or 6 minutes away from their warm-up.
Right.
So you're right. It'll take a few minutes to just get that blood flowing again.
Team Grogan. Jasmine Cox always in the middle of the action inside, but it's Alexa Paremba coming down with a rebound. Printemps Winter Neal short on the 3 from Fenway.
Backcourt violation. She came in the front court with a dribble and then trying to get away from defense went into the backcourt.
That's freshman Tamia Darling, the only freshman on either one of these teams. Tamia had a very good freshman season for New Mission. We talked about Jasmine Cox being young. Tamia already an all-star in her freshman year. She's going to be playing a lot of good basketball for New Mission over the next couple of seasons. Ruth Norton comes up with the poke seal against Shalina Guerrero, but Ruth stepped out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Team Grogan.
Going to stay with Grogan.
Jasmine Cox lining up the 3. That one off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Chantel Caceres.
A little bit of a surprise to me that both teams are playing such good defense. We got almost 2 minutes in. We got no score.
Sierra Cherry no good on that 3 for Fenway. As Guerrero looks for an opening. Now it's Darling to the bucket. Putback is good that time for Team Grogan. That's one of Coach Grogan's players from Boston United. Hassani Shaheed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Coach Grogan is with Cash. My apologies. Shaheed is with Boston United. Another turnover there for Team Dever.
A few of these girls just getting away from playing in the state tournament. Unfortunately, none of our girls teams went too far, but had the experience. You know, a couple of teams went to the round of 32.
Sierra Cherry can't put it home, but that was a nice move by Sierra. Sierra had a really nice year as well, transferring to Fenway this offseason. She'll be back for her senior year next season for the Fenway Panthers. John Rice got to be happy about that.
Oh, yeah, I saw John when I was walking in. here to see how his girls do, as well as see what the competition from the underclassmen will be for next season.
Jasmine well off the mark with that three. Goes off the, looks like we got an injury as Winter Neal might have got hit in the face.
Yeah, when I was watching Jasmine in the game we did in the city championship, and also in the warm-up. She doesn't seem to me like she has full confidence in her shot. I mean, she'll shoot him because she'll be open, but she's much more effective going to the basket. We saw in your highlight clip there that she can go left hand or right hand, and
that's right.
That's her strength right now offensively.
You do see with Jasmine there are times when she takes a pull-up shot off the dribble and she knocks those
in motion.
down.
Exactly.
She doesn't have to think about it.
Right. But like the three she just missed, she was set up in the corner.
Right.
And no one came out to challenge her. Sometimes a little too much time can be bad for a shooter.
That's right. Too much time to think. Too much time to think about bad thoughts when
there you go.
The
Right.
ball right there.
What if I miss?
Right. It's like sitting over a golf shot, and you think about how many different ways you can mess up your swing.
Start counting the blades of grass.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Jolena Guerrero now on the break, sharing it with Jasmine Cox. Can't get it to go. Guerrero's there for the putback.
Yeah. Guerrero and Cox, they were this dynamic duo for O'Brien all season. Like we said, led them to the City of Boston championship game.
Alexa Paremba, no good on the three. Good look to Darling inside, poked away that time by Nellie Conklin.
Good steal by Conklin.
We talked a lot about Ruth Norton, but Conklin's had a really good sort of all-around season for Latin Academy, both defensively and sharing the basketball. There comes Jasmine Cox with the steal. Conklin looked like she almost deflected the shot. Guerrero there for the putback. Jolena Guerrero getting on the offensive glass.
Yeah, right now Team Grogan and Goff has a little more quickness out there.
Nice move to the bucket from Sierra Cherry. First basket of the afternoon for Team Denver. We got a foul on Cherry after she scored that basket. Team Grogan already in on the glass better than Team Dever. They have 10 rebounds to Team Dever's 3. So far, Team Grogan really attacking the offensive and defensive glass as Jordan Ferreira can't hit the 3. Putback no good there for Team Grogan.
A little too anxious on that one, trying to get down the court. Was Shania from Fenway. Ball slipped out of her hands.
Try to feed it inside. Team Grogan stays with it. The putback is good that time from Lazaya Lobo from Boston United. Lobo now getting on the defensive side there, going up against Alexa Paremba. Ruth Norton, elbow jumper. So far, Team Grogan a little more aggressive than the other side.
Yeah, definitely. This is a defensive end. Creating extra shots for themselves. A little too much on that pass. Good look inside.
Looking for a Nebu. Couple more substitutions in for Team Dever, as Charlestown's Aaliyah Santiago is in, along with Deanna Dunbar-Lee from Snowden. You see it right now. Team Dever is just getting the one shot, and then Team Grogan's getting three rebounds. Meanwhile, on the other side, Team Grogan is just attacking the offensive glass each time. Back on the other end goes Team Dever. And we got a foul on the inside, as it looks like Juliana Troville was whistled for the foul there for East Boston, and now heading to the free throw line is Tech Boston's Kanisha Delva.
But the coaches have been true to their word so far. They substituted right around the 4-minute mark to get
at the line.
a new 5 in, pretty much.
Delva knocks down the second. 5-point lead here for Team Grogan. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Troville and a Ferreira. Can't knock it down. That goes out of bounds. Back to Team Dever.
Timeout. Coach Dever wants to talk about it.
Coach Dever wants a timeout here with 2:10 left to go in the first quarter. This team trailing by 5. Sometimes when coaches call timeouts during the All-Star game, I'm like, so what are you going to talk about? You know, you're just trying to get players in and out, just trying to let them have fun.
Actually, you got to check to make sure no one's winded.
Right.
Somebody might want to come out.
Sure.
Because again, some of these teams haven't played since the end of the regular season.
That's right.
Whereas other players, like you mentioned earlier, who went to the state tournament, they're still sort of game ready.
Right.
So it's a combination of players, conditioning. We always talk about familiarity and unfamiliarity, but these girls, they're playing simple offense in the half court, moving the ball. So you pretty much ease into that, and you recognize who the better players are, and you make sure that they get the ball. And that's what we're seeing with Team Grogan so far.
We'll see if Team Dever can go on a little bit of a run here at the end of the first quarter. Good swing there. Printemps back to Nellie Conklin. Can't get the hook shot to go. Good save that time, but it goes right to Team Grogan. Here comes Ferreira back down the other end. Jordana off the window. Jordan Ferreira got a new mission, this junior.
That was a nice finish because she got some challenge right at the basket.
Printemps looking for an opening. Tries the elbow jumper. She's short with that one. Troville with a rebound for East Boston. Off the up fake. Nice crossover. And shot is good that time. Lazaya Lobo with a pretty move.
That's the loudest cheer we've had so far, so she got a lot of friends and family here.
Inside is Santiago for the shot.
Santiago can't put it home. And that'll go back to Team Grogan. One minute left to go here in the first quarter. Team Grogan on top by 9. Troville trying to weave her way through the paint. Ferreira, corner 3. Putback is good that time once again by Lazaya Lobo. Got a heck of a couple of minutes.
I was just going to say, she has a nice stretch going on, offense and defense.
She's got 6 points to lead all scorers. Now we got a kick ball. And Ferreira comes up with it, stops, pops, can't hit it. Lobo there for the putback. Lazaya Lobo.
He's a one-person wrecking crew right now. 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Printemps tries a runner. Excellent hustle that time. Charlestown as Lobo comes back. Can't get that shot to fall. Printemps chases down that rebound. It's going to stay with Team Grogan as that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Team Dever, some of the players in white, they're just a little over-anxious to try to get back in the game. Instead, they keep making mistakes, and now they're down 16-3.
Up to Conklin, 1 second left. Conklin tries for a shot. She gets fouled. Yeah. Conklin gets fouled by Troville, so Nellie Conklin will get, I think, 2 free throws. I think she might have been, we'll see if they give her 3 free throws or 2. Might have been inside the line. Nope, definitely outside the line. Shooting 3 free throws.
There was a ball on that three-point attempt to end the quarter by Juliana Troville.
Conklin can't hit the first.
You mentioned earlier about Conklin being one of the all-around players for Coach Dever the past few seasons. Very true. I mean, I remember one game we did with the Latin Academy. She filled up the stat book. She just literally filled it up. Points, rebounds, assists, and
steals, blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably had 5 or 6 categories there. 0 for 3 from the free throw line, however, was Nellie Conklin. So it's a 16-3 lead for Team Grogan after 1. Folks, gonna head to break. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter here from Madison Park High School, the girls BPS Boston City League All-Star game. Right after these messages. Don't go away.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. The road will stay safe and sound, yeah.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the girls' 2022 Boston City League All-Star game. Team Grogan on top of Team Dever. Folks, as we get going here in the second quarter, you want to follow us on social media, you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Another nice drive that time from Isaiah Lobo, who had a heck of the end of the first quarter.
I was just going to say, it was her game for the past, the last, 2.5 minutes of that first quarter.
Hey, watch middle.
Lobo, nice cut to the basket. And a good block inside by Sierra Cherry. And that'll go back to Team Dever.
Yeah, Team Dever's just got to figure out a way to get through this zone that Team Grogan's putting up. It's like a 2-1-2 right now. And of course, quick guys up top.
3 was missed that time, but Team Dever got the offensive rebound. Another 3 ball on the way off the back iron. Now Team Dever staying on the offensive glass. Sierra Cherry. And that's going to stay with Team Dever as Jasmine Cox deflected it out of bounds.
Yes, that 2-1-2 zone by Team Grogan is allowing some offensive rebounds.
Jasmine Cox is just everywhere defensively. Every time she steps on the floor. Nice pass up to her O'Brien teammate Guerrero. And Jasmine tries to save it.
Yeah, her quickness and speed, it's a lethal combination. And she has good hands.
That's right.
So let's get your hands on a lot of balls. You see her length just looking at her up top. Gonna be a travel. Yeah, she creates those kind of unforced turnovers because she's just there as a threat to steal the ball.
Yeah, Jasmine Williams Santiago from Tech Boston with the travel there. Good pass inside, and the basket is good. There from New Mission's Amy Mariano.
Yeah, Amy.
Just a sophomore. New Mission's got a young team. They're going to be very good, I would imagine, next season.
They actually, in the state tournament, they lost in double overtime. So you're right. They get some emotions to deal with as they go toward next season.
Mariano up to Lita Guerrero. Good looking pass inside. Easy bucket for Ayanna Johnson. So Guerrero finds Johnson wide open underneath.
Johnson's a sophomore also.
Sierra Cherry off the up fake. Sierra's going to get 2 free throws.
I tell you, it's more of the same from the first quarter. You got the girls in the dark uniforms. Team Grogan, a little quicker, getting more shots, but more importantly, creating turnovers.
Runner that time off the back iron. There for Mariana Abaz. Fox couldn't finish it down the other end. Here comes Ruth Norton now with it for Team Dever. Cherry trying to go baseline.
A blocking foul on Johnson. Yeah, Team Dever's really struggling to figure out this zone. this is where the unfamiliarity comes because as a team, okay, say you get one Latin Academy player out there, now they're switching. But if you had a teammate out there, you may have an idea of how to attack the zone, but it's a little bit of sort of being unfamiliar.
Sierra Cherry for three. Printemps chases down the rebound.
There you go.
Three is rattled home from the corner. Knocked down by Snoon's Deanna Dunbar-Lee.
Dunbar-Lee?
Oh, excuse me, that's Chantel Caceres.
Caceres, yeah.
Chantel with the first three ball for Team Dever. Unable to get the steal, Guerrero. Johnson tries for the three. Mariano's there for the putback.
Being alert and being in the right place. Yeah, Mariano's back-to-back hoops.
Caceres. Remba. Alexa, probably the best three-point shooter on city champion Latin Academy. See if she can get a couple of shots off as Mariano almost with the steal.
Yeah, it just seems like the Team Grogan and Dark jerseys, they're just a little quicker defensively. Really disrupting the offense for Team Dever.
Stolen away by Guerrero. Finds Mariano on the break. Put a little too much spin on that one. Here comes Nelly Conklin. Sierra Cherry.
Oh, another foul on Johnson.
You can see why Sierra would be a big scorer throughout the season. She
No
just
doubt. Quick first step.
knows how to get into space. She gets fouled a lot.
As soon as the ball gets to her, she's taking that first step.
Inside to Paremba. Alexa off the spin move. Poked away by Cox. Quickly up to Lena Guerrero. Poked away by Conklin. Off of Guerrero. Nice play by Nelly Conklin.
Yeah, we talked about Conklin, what she does other than score, and that was an example of it. She didn't give up on the play, ran it down, and was able to force the turnover, get her team back.
Printemps with a runner. Johnson with the rebound. Sierra Cherry with the steal. Now it's Conklin getting tied up and a foul underneath.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Jasmine Cox reaching in for the steal.
1-1.
To 6. Grogan, Team Grogan in the jock uniforms. They've been in control throughout pretty much.
No question.
Well, it took both teams almost 3 minutes to score the first hoop, but after that, for
Grogan
whatever
kept
reason,
scoring.
exactly.
Team Dever did.
There you go.
Some more wholesale substitutions for Team Grogan as Tamia Darling of New Mission is back in. Trollville from East Boston is back in.
Yeah, it's
and
a 4-minute mark. Right?
Lazaya Lobo back in for Team Grogan also. She's from Boston United. As Conklin knocks down that free throw.
Yeah, it's a 1-and-1, so they get the second shot.
Conklin can't get the second to go. Almost gets the steal there. Is now Lobo trapped in the corner. Trollville fires up a three. That one off the mark that time. Again, Team Grogan all over the offensive glass.
Now, you mentioned aggressiveness, Pat, and that's exactly what we're seeing because they're not really a lot bigger out there.
That was a 3-second violation on Team Grogan. 3:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Team Dever still struggling to score here in the first half. Another three ball, that one well short. Paremba tried to save it, but it's going to go back to Team Grogan. Lobo trying for three. That one off the front rim. Troville comes down with a rebound. Troville gets tied up by Sierra Cherry. Off the cut, off the inbounds.
Nice pass.
Good that time.
Nice pass by Troville.
Adina Barrett inside the paint.
Like you said, Barrett cut hard in the lane.
Sierra Cherry, nice pass inside, but it's blocked by Team Grogan's Hassani Shahid. Team Dever tries to stay with it, but that'll go back to Team Grogan. Lobo defeated inside. Printemps comes away with the steal. Printemps.
Printemps trying to direct some traffic.
Caceres for three off the front rim. Paremba chases after the rebound. Caceres with the runner. She gets it to go. Starting to see some players move without the basketball and get some open shots.
Well, she made the first three for Dever, and now she's got a little 5-footer in the lane. One of the better scorers for Snowden during the season.
Pointer on the way.
Back that one.
Dina Barrett banking it home for Team Grogan. 27-9, Team Grogan on top. Caceres coming back. She can't hit it off the back iron. Paremba. Conklin off the uplink. Back to Paremba. Alexa for three off the back rim. Conklin again coming up with the steal, trying to feed it inside. Caceres. Sierra Cherry. She's more wide open than I think she thought.
She didn't realize she was open. You're right.
Printemps off the steal. Janaya.
Yeah. She's gotten herself in the lane with the dribble a couple of times, just hadn't finished. I guess getting that one finished might get her started. Troville again, nice pass.
Lobo's there for the putback. That's about the third time she's done that. Right place, right time there for Lizia Lobo. She now got 10 points to lead all scorers.
I was just going to say at least half the points.
Printemps.
Big three, like that one.
Buried it from long distance.
At least half the points for Grogan have come in the lane.
Block inside that time by Alexa Paremba. Conklin chasing after the loose ball. Finds Caceres. 34 seconds left to go for halftime. Caceres looking for Sierra Cherry. Cherry to the basket. Barrett. Now it's Lobo with it.
Again,
Shot clock is off.
Good ball movement for Grogan.
Lobo on the drive. Beautiful feed inside to Darling. Really nice play to end the first half there. Everybody was telling Lobo to shoot, but she made the right call. Found Tamia Darling inside, and you see a player like Lobo had a really nice first half there for Team Grogan.
They split the teams up. On paper, it looks even, but you just never can tell what's going to happen once you put your first unit of 5 out there. And that first quarter, once the scoring started, Team Grogan just looked like they were scoring much easier. Much easier. Had a double-digit lead within 3 minutes.
That's right. That's right. Meanwhile, for Team Dever, they started to get a few more open looks there at the end of the half, but it just, I think giving up all those offensive rebounds to Team Grogan really hurt them.
That's a problem. So I think Coach Dever for the second half will probably start out again with players he's the most familiar with. They went to a zone. He tried a little man-to-man, and the aggression is probably the biggest conversation they'll have, because you're right. The offensive rebounding was just a matter of Team Grogan being more aggressive, going a little harder. And even though it's an all-star game to have fun, it's still very competitive.
That's right.
And if one side comes out with a little more aggression than the other, then you're going to have a result like this, 17-point halftime game. Yeah.
I think also some of these coaches, too, some players, you mentioned just have been away from the game for a while.
It's been a while,
where
yeah.
other players are coming off a state tournament, so you can have both situations where players coming off the state tournament might just be exhausted, and then players that haven't played for a while just are trying to work through some cobwebs.
They haven't really got themselves back into it. And again, you can't forget the general atmosphere of an all-star game is that it's not that serious. Have some fun. You might be the last time playing for some of these seniors who just don't have basketball in their future. So it's sort of a combination of emotions, and like you don't get as angry at a mistake, and you don't really get as happy as you score a hoop. But no one likes to be down 17, I'll tell you that.
No, absolutely not. Nobody wants to have that kind of deficit at the half of an all-star game. The head coach of Team Grogan, Chase Grogan, is with our sideline reporter, Dave Fleming. Dave, go ahead. We might have an issue with Dave's mic, so we're going to see if we can get that looked at here before we talk to Coach Grogan, who it's one of the things that we always like to in these All-Star games.
Coach Grogan's just going to say more of the same, right?
That's right. He's loving what he's doing. He said, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're all set here with Dave Fleming, and Coach Grogan is with Dave right now.
Thanks, Pat. Here with Chase Grogan from Cache High School. Game started off a little bit slow. What do you think happens in these types of games?
Well, it's really about having fun. And there used to be a time before the game where the girls would come together to practice. But this is their first time playing together. And so it's kind of start slow because they have to get used to each other, get acclimated to playing again. It's been a while since some of them had a game. And so some of those reasons are the reasons why we start off slow.
So then once you did get rolling, though, you had a couple good combinations. The O'Brien girls in the backcourt. Why did you guys get out to such a good start after that?
Well, I mean, this is the all-star game, right? So they're putting together the best of the best in the city. And so you have fantastic talent on the court. But for our team specifically, we do have two young ladies from O'Brien who are leading the charge and taking really a defensive stance, which is creating offense. And that's kind of the reason why we got off to a strong start.
And so are you going to do what for the second half? Are you going to try to keep some of the same combos? Or what are you going to try to do, you think, to keep it going?
Yeah, we're going to keep some of the same combinations, but we are going to try some new things as well. So we'll see what happens, but we look forward to a strong second half as well.
All right, Coach Grogan, thank you so much. Back to you, Pat and Allen.
Dave, thanks so much. Coach Grogan definitely happy that his team's got that lead. Like you mentioned, they're just trying to get players in, trying to let players have a good time here at the All-Star.
Oh, definitely. It's a combination of both things. But that coach's mind at some point, especially if this game does get closer, will be, okay, how can we execute to get a win?
That's right. And Coach Dever, who just won his first city championship, is going
on this court. Right,
on this court is going to want to not end the season with a loss in the All-Star game. So, he's gearing up to try to have a better second half. Here it's Team Dever trailing Team Grogan here at the Girls City League All-Star game. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime stats and maybe some halftime highlights before we get going in the third quarter here on Game of the Week. Right after these messages. Don't go away.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh, man. The selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man. Let's split a ride home.
You're not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still has to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get snapped. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the girls' 2022 BPS Boston City League All-Star Game. Right now, Team Grogan leads Team Dever 31-14 here at the half. Really nice little ceremony just now where Coach Avery Esdale gave a plaque to Trudy Fisher, longtime girls basketball head coach here in the city.
And boys.
Yeah,
some years ago.
In the 90s, yeah.
Exactly. O'Brien, she coached the boys team until she took over for the girls.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
And she's been doing yeoman's work here in the Boston City League for a long time, so she was being honored here today. Folks, we're going to take a look at the halftime stats from this first half before we get going here for the third quarter. And first up, it is going to be Team Dever.
Yeah, Team Dever had a rough time getting their offense going. Caceres hit a three early, then got a layup later for her 5 points. Meanwhile, Princeps also with 5. Rebounds, Conklin had 3, and Princeps had 3. Then you have Ruth Norton with 2 assists. Everything is a single digit, and that just shows you how difficult it was for Dever to get their offense going.
Let's take a look at Team Grogan's halftime.
Meanwhile,
stats.
Team Grogan had things going from the beginning. You got Lobo with 10 points, and she got most of those in like a 4-minute span where she was just all over the place. 5 points added by Barrett, because Shaheed with 6 rebounds, Lobo with 5 rebounds, Guerrero 2 assists, and Cox with 1. So Grogan's 17-point lead, pretty much in control since like the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. We'll see if Dever can figure out a way to turn things around.
Yeah, we mentioned, on Team Grogan's side, too, Lazia Lobo really had a fantastic first half. We got some highlights of her from that first half action. Very aggressive player for this Grogan team.
Yeah, offensive rebound in the baseline. Good pass inside, able to cut to the basket. Nice move again, little follow to get away from the defense. That was all done in like a 4-minute span, so she's had a lot of energy up and down, getting to the right place, and like you see, those were all good shots. So you can get a quick 10 points, and she just showed how you can do that with very little playing time.
That's right. She hung around the basket for those offensive rebounds, and also love how our replay producer, Desmond Lefebvre, got that assist in there, too. She made a really nice play with Tamia Darling there to get her the easy bucket. So we'll see what kind of minutes she gets here in the second half. So the other thing, too, is you play well in that first half.
Oh, yeah.
Coach is probably going to play a little bit more in the second half.
Yeah, well, yeah. But she was actually on the second group. So, again, you never can tell who's going to come off the bench and really give you a spark.
The team that needs a spark now is Coach Dever's team. They now trail by 17 as we get ready to start the third quarter here. One thing that Coach Dever is doing, which I'm a little surprised by, is Ruth Norton's kind of the only Latin Academy player with this group. Then the other 2 Dragons are in the other group. You wonder if he might want to put the 3 Dragons together at some point.
I think at some point. Probably not. Like right now, Ruth's going to be out there. He's obviously going to use her to try to set the offense up.
Mabu comes away with the steal there for O'Brien. Guerrero on the fast break. More of the same here for Team Grogan to start the third quarter.
Yeah, we know what Guerrero can do. We saw her again at O'Brien.
Pretty good look inside that time for Winter Neal.
Inside, just didn't go.
And that pass a little too far out in front of Chelina Guerrero. Got to go back to Team Grogan.
Yeah, got Guerrero.
Three ball on the way for Team Grogan is good. Lobo picking up where she left off. Zaya connected from long distance.
She wasn't going to take it, but then defense slacked off.
Once again, Team Dever just having a tough time on the offensive end. Ferreira off the up fake. Jordan Ferreira can't get that one to go. Jasmine Cox chasing after him. That'll go back to Team Dever.
Yeah, Team Dever for some reason they're just not moving quick enough to be open for open shots. It's like
everybody on Team Dever just looks a little bit off right now.
I'll just say, just talk about out of sync. This is a good example of it. They're in a 2-1-2 zone to try to help them rebound a little bit.
Jasmine Cox, corner three off the back iron. Here comes Santiago off the rebound. With Norton looking for Santiago inside.
Yeah. And as a coach, there's nothing you can do. I mean, that's just a simple pass to the baseline, overthrow it, too much mustard on it, so it's not a connection.
Lobo again for three. That time couldn't connect.
Meanwhile, on the other end, you're seeing wide open shots for Team Grogan.
Winter Neal.
Nice.
Got in the paint with a nice move, but then couldn't stay with it. Ruth Norton can't come up with the steal. Santiago now has it. Winter Neal, corner three. Can't get that one to go. Offensive rebound. Santiago can't score off the backboard. Here comes Jasmine Cox. Quickly up to Guerrero to Jordan Ferreira. Santiago trying a runner.
You're right, Pat. Just nothing working for Coach Dever.
Dania Dunbar-Lee trying to get in there with some offensive rebounds.
So Team Grogan will do a wholesale substitution with a new 5 in.
Yeah, you got Mariano, Darling, Johnson in there for Team Grogan, along with Adina Barrett. And also Shahid. Johnson couldn't knock that one down. That ball gets knocked out of bounds as Tech Boston's Kanisha Delva was trying to force some action. Substitutions for Team Dever now. Coach Dever left Ruth Norton in there, so now you see the three Academy players in there together.
Give it a chance. I think you called it at halftime. Give them a chance together.
Maremba tried for the runner. Gets knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Coach Dever. Winter Neal finishes off the window.
Like that little shoulder fake and we'll bank it off the board.
Yeah, nice little play there from Winter Neal. It's Mariano looking for an opening. Short with the shot. Got a jump ball inside the paint. We'll see who it goes back to. It's going to stay with Team Grogan.
Outside to Barrett for 3.
Barrett trying for 3. At the top of the backboard, going back to Coach Dever.
It's funny, I was looking at the rosters for the game, and to me, they seem balanced, short, pretty even. But again, on paper, you can never really tell. It's, there are a lot of variables.
Maremba trying for 3. Can't get that one to go. Mariano chasing after the rebound. Stolen away by Maremba. Sierra Cherry. Conklin looking for an opening. It's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with Coach Dever. Team Dever, excuse me. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Sierra Cherry gets it poked away that time by Shahid. Johnson now with it. Johnson gets it stolen away by Conklin. Nelly Conklin all the way in. For Nelly Conklin.
That's a bright spot you're finally looking for. You get a steal and a drive. Chance for a 3-point play. Knew the defense was coming, took her time, able to take the bump and bank it home.
Conklin knocks down the free throw. Like you mentioned, now a little bit of a spark here for Team Dever.
3-point play off the steal. Now they're going to go into a 2, the standard is 2-1-2. So the deep 3-point shots will be open, but they're going to collapse on everything else. Unforced turnover that time. A little bit of a break for Team Dever.
5-0 run since all three Latin players have been in there together. Sierra Cherry no good. Paremba with the rebound. Ruth Norton for 3. Can't get it to go. Conklin going after it. Johnson coming down with the rebound. Stolen away by Cherry. Sierra. Good feet inside of Paremba. Really nice play by Sierra Cherry.
Yeah, she made a really nice pass on that one.
Mariano wide open underneath.
I'll be a travel.
Took an extra step. 7-0 run here for Team Dever. And they'll have the ball back here with just over 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Printemps finds Norton. Ruth Ruth Norton can't get the jumper to go. Shahid with the rebound. Looking for Darling back down the other end. Tamia can't get the hoop, but she's going to get two from the charity stripe.
You see the drive to the hoop, a little contact, so foul on Barrett will be 2 shots for Darling. Bad luck on the spin.
And Darling knocks down the first free throw. Jordan Ferreira, Nebu, Jasmine Cox, and Lobo coming back in for Team Grogan.
That stops the 7-0 run by Team Dever.
Free throw no good. Jasmine Cox had the offensive rebound, couldn't finish underneath. Conklin looking for Cherry, but she couldn't hang on to it.
You got it.
2:42 left to go here in the third quarter. 18-point lead for Team Grogan. Mabel couldn't hang on to it. Cherry up to Norton. Norton put the brakes on but couldn't hit the shot. Back down the other end. Lobo lost it on the way up. Here comes Paremba. Sierra Cherry makes the bump. Can't get it to go off the backboard.
That was just bad luck. That was a nice move by Cherry.
Lobo down the other end gets it swiped away. Hangs on to it. Nebu can't finish off the glass. Princess. Going right at Jasmine Cox. Jasmine with the rejection.
That length in her arms and her jumping ability. Cox, like we said, you know, Cox, she started out as a defensive player, and
second block of the game for Jasmine Cox. Remba buries a three. That's the Team Grogan lead down to 15.
Having the 3 Latin Academy girls and has given Coach Dever a spark.
Lobo can't connect from long distance that time. Goes out of bounds back to Team Dever.
Nice little run this last 3 minutes. They were down by as many as 24. Now they're down 15 with the ball.
10-1 run right now for Team Dever. Ruth Norton is rejected by Cox. Cherry tries to throw it off of Ferreira. What a block by Conklin. Paremba has it out on the break. Jasmine Cox comes out of nowhere but commits the foul.
I'll tell you, chase down. Cox will get a foul on that one. A little too aggressive, but again, the hustle, her speed. Baseline to baseline is incredible. Watch her come from behind. This time there was some body contact. She actually hit her arm first.
Paremba knocks down the first. One. Paremba no good on the second. Conklin chasing after it, but it goes out of bounds. Under a minute here in the third quarter. 14-point lead for Team Grogan.
But Dever's done a good job making it more interesting.
Lobo for 3 again. That time she's short.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more aggressiveness from the team in white, Dever.
You got 3 Latin Academy players and 2 Fenway players, so. Sierra Cherry trying to split the defenders, and she got the call.
Don't be a block foul.
Jasmine Cox not happy with that one. I'm actually surprised Jasmine doesn't get more foul trouble with how aggressive she is.
Aggressive as she is, you're right. But a lot of times she does get clean steals.
Sierra Cherry, corner three. Can't get it to go. 18 seconds left to go before the end of the quarter. Cox off the spin move. Paremba now with it, 10 seconds left before the end of the quarter. Cherry on the drive. Can't get the runner to go. Paremba tries for the putback. Paremba fires up the three. Relatively productive third quarter there for Team Deborah. They trail by 14 here at the end. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here of the girls 2022 BPS City League All-Star Game. Right after these words, folks. Make sure you stick around.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look.
Welcome back, folks, to Madison Park High School in Roxbury here for the girls 2022 Boston BPS City League All-Star Game. We got the girls going right now. And, folks, if you want to follow us on social media, first you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston for all the different updates and games we're going to be covering, and different videos and different pictures and things like that. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. So during the quarter break there, we had the Coach of the Year, Chase Grogan, getting his plaque. And then we just saw Jasmine Cox get her Player of the Year award. And Jasmine with a heck of a season. We mentioned it in the open that she was the Player of the Year here in the City League. You could have picked from a few different players too, but Jasmine, outstanding job this year for O'Brien. Led them to the city championship before losing to Latin Academy. And like you mentioned, just a sophomore.
That's right. That's the key thing. That's the most impressive. She's all over the court. You see those long arms right there, and you just wonder how much she'll stay with basketball. I hope she does, because she can develop into a very good player.
Jasmine, here you see Ruth Norton on the other side. Ruth could have easily been Player of the Year as well. The season she put up for Latin Academy. I think coaches, if you talk to any coach around the BPS City League on the girls' side, they always talk about Jasmine's defense and how good she is because of that defense. I think that's what set her apart from everybody else.
And she can score. So when you combine both, that makes a big difference.
Endeavor with the basketball here to start the fourth quarter. Down by 14. Conklin inside to Winter Neal. And Winter's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think Winter thought she was closer than she really was. Which is one of the seniors from Fenway.
She cannot knock down the first. She'll have one more. Short on the second. Jasmine Cox on the drive, scores off the window. It's actually Jasmine's first basket, believe it or not.
She was able to split the defense. You had Dever in a 2-1-2 zone.
Norton inside to Winter Neal. Winter gets it to go.
Good job that time. 2 quick passes to get Neal an open layup. seeing Coach Dever now going to half-court pressure.
Good swing there as Ferreira can't knock down the three. Going away by Jasmine Cox. Cox back down the other end. Looks like she might have received some contact there, but oh, they did call a foul. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't quite hear the whistle that time. So Jasmine will be getting 2 free throws.
It's got to be tough on the officials with wearing a mask and trying to blow a whistle.
I know.
Trying to make give the directions.
Cox no good on the first.
You mentioned her not scoring much, but she's had her stamp on the game.
Oh, no question.
Couple of few steals to give her help give her team this lead. Oh yeah, she's
0 for 2 from the free throw line. Mariano with the putback. Jasmine Cox with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and 3 blocks as well. 3 ball from the corner is buried that time for Jasmine Williams Santiago.
Sophomore from Charlestown. Wow.
Ferreira trying for a 3. Well off the mark that time. Guerrero couldn't chase down that rebound. Poked away that time by Ferreira. Mariano hits the runner. Back to a 15-point lead for Team Grogan. Stolen away by Guerrero. Ferreira gets rejected inside, stays with it. Now it's Conklin. Cox down the other end. Jasmine scored the hoop and the harm for Jasmine Cox.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays we talked about earlier with Cox. I mean, she uses her quickness, but she's so deceivingly strong. Ruth Norton really tried to challenge that. Cox just went right through her. Watch again. You see Norton trying to chase her down, but the bump didn't affect the shot at all.
Ruth Norton finds Williams Santiago, and she's fouled by Jasmine Cox.
There you see it again. Cox never giving up, just chasing down the ball.
Substitution as Lobo's coming back in. Jasmine Cox heads to the bench. Williams Santiago can't finish the free throw. Lobo comes away with the loose ball. Nebu can't put it back up and in. Free ball from Williams Santiago, and Conklin can't save it.
17-point game, and it's, we'll see. We're seeing more one-time substitutions now for Dever.
Coach Grogan wants to talk about it. 4:16 left in the game.
That's going to be a timeout here for Coach Dever, Team Dever rather. 4:16 left to go in the fourth quarter. 17-point lead for Team Grogan. And right now for Coach Dever, going to be tough to come back from this 17-point lead. But, you know,
they had
a nice little combination here with the Latin Academy and Fenway girls. He might go with them for the rest of this game.
Well, they made a nice run. I mean, they were down 24 when those girls came in, and they got down to 14.
Absolutely. Our sideline reporter Dave Fleming's got some O'Brien folks with him. Coach Trudy Fisher and the father of Jasmine Cox. Dave, take it away.
Thank you, Pat and Alan. I'm here with a couple of key O'Brien people. One is Mr. Michael Day. He is Jasmine Cox's dad. Jasmine, your daughter just got named Player of the Year. How's that make you feel?
Feels good. I mean, she put in all the hard work. She was dedicated, and it's finally paying off.
So what else would you say about her? She's playing really hard out here. What is that how she rolls all the time?
Yeah, well, I mean, she got it from her dad, but, you know, she's practicing, she's putting in the work, and it's all coming together.
And where did you play your ball real quick?
I played at RCC.
And Charlestown High School. Also, too, bringing Trudy Fisher. Just got BPS Athletic Department Award for your service and coaching over 30 years with O'Brien and other schools. Who do you have in this game right here?
I have 3 players in the game. I have Lena Guerrero, Jasmine Cox, and NECA.
Coach Jasmine. What does it mean to you to get an award like this?
Well, it's a reward for all of the work that I've done, but the best part that I've gained from this experience is working with the kids.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everything you've done for BPS. Trudy Fisher, and congratulations, Michael Day, for your daughter, Jasmine Cox. Back to you.
Dave, thank you so much. As Coach Fisher, like we mentioned, being awarded for everything she's done for the City League, and also
I saw you at
father
the
of Jasmine
last night
Cox.
concert. You didn't hear me. I was trying to yell at you.
So a couple of O'Brien folks having a good day here at the Girls City League All-Star game. 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. 16-point lead for Team Grogan. That 3-ball off the mark that time.
Well, you know, Pat, what's funny is it just shows you how deceiving basketball can be. Team Dever's still down 16, but the last 4 minutes they've been hustling, getting extra shots.
Yeah, they've looked a lot better. Sierra Cherry buried a long 2 during that interview,
exactly,
too.
Yeah. But again, Team Grogan's just want to be more consistent. I mean, they rebounded well. Even the girls coming off the bench, they're still hustling. They're getting steals. They're getting rebounds.
You know, it's funny, we talked about this Latin Academy Fenway combination working well for this Team Dever, but this Team Grogan, every wholesale substitution has been
it doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't matter.
Somehow, I'm telling you, Coach Grogan must have been up last night looking at this list and figuring out his combinations.
That's right.
He has made very few mistakes with who's out there.
Printemps can't finish underneath. Ferreira comes away with a loose ball. Here comes Chelina Guerrero. Guerrero on the drive. Gets drilled on her way to the basket. She's going to get 2 from the charity stripe.
Watch the drive here, and you see, again, defensively, that was Cherry. But when you swipe at the ball, even if there isn't any body contact, a lot of times you're going to get a foul called on you. But that time it did have both.
Guerrero knocks down the second. Lobo back down the other way. She's been a little quiet. Shahid couldn't hit that one. Printemps up to Ruth Norton. Norton looking for Cherry. Beautiful pass inside to Sierra.
Yeah, that double-digit lead in the second quarter really put Team Grogan in a good spot. They haven't actually seen Deborah come back within 10. They cut it down a couple of times, but like you said, Grogan has been able to be consistent enough to keep getting shots. And there was one 7-0 run by Coach Deborah's team. They got them sort of back into it, but since then, Grogan slowed things down. And like you're right, Pat. It doesn't matter who they put in.
Herrera, gonna be a backcourt violation.
This is a deflection.
Oh, it was a deflection. You're right. Lobo trying to find Shahid. Sierra Cherry. So if we have a problem here with the scoreboard, possibly. Under a minute left to go here in the girls' 2022 City League All-Star game. Shahid comes up with the block inside. Herrera now back down the other end, scores the layup. But again, like we mentioned, nice steal as Lobo scores another one. Like we mentioned in the open, just good to have this game, All-Star game back. We're going to have the boys game coming up. All these players and coaches are definitely happy that this game is returned here to the Boston City League.
Oh, no doubt about it. And you got to like the spirit out there. It's really fun to watch. It's, like you said, winding down 15 seconds.
Got to appreciate these cheerleaders, too. They're going to be out here for both games.
That's right.
They were part of the pregame introductions. Well, they put the work in.
They're getting their work out also.
That's right. Maremba can't hit the floater. Herrera for three. Unable to put it down. We'll see if Cherry can try to get something here. And that is going to do it for the 2022 Girls Boston City League All-Star Game. As Team Grogan defeated Team Dever 55-35 here at Madison Park High School. And like you mentioned, Alan, once Team Grogan started to get going there in the first quarter, they sort of just never looked back.
They took control. They took total control. And what was impressive, they did it on both ends. I mean, you have some players who aren't really familiar with each other, but they were able to play well defensively. And the offense, they got plenty of offensive rebounds, putbacks. They got some fast breaks when they had the zone, and the girls up top were getting deflections and steals. And you had players coming off the bench for Grogan who really gave like an immediate impact. So that kind of combination, once Deborah was down 10, 12 points, it was really difficult for them to try to come back.
No question. You saw Team Grogan really just stay with it throughout the entire time. They have won the 2022 Girls City League All-Star Game. Folks, going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our player of the game, our game-winning coach, and our final stats here from Madison Park High School right after these words.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe! Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
I am what hunger looks like in America.
I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury at the conclusion of the girls' 2022 Boston City League All-Star game as Team Grogan took down Team Dever 55-35, and a lot of players contributed to a lot of this game here for Team Grogan. We mentioned how Jasmine Cox had a great game. Didn't score a ton, but really had her fingerprints all over the game. Lena Guerrero had a good game running the point for Team Grogan, but it was really Lobo who had an outstanding game for Team Grogan. We mentioned her putback. She had that really nice pass in the first first half to Tamia Darling. She's our player of the game.
Oh, yeah. Talking about coming off the bench. What do they say at the training range? Locked and loaded.
That's right.
When she first went in the game, she sprinted to the tray table and sprinted on the court. And she started. Her activity was amazing. She had like 8 points in like a 2-minute span.
That's right.
And helped to get that big lead that really gave Grogan a comfortable lead and total control of the game.
That's right. Lobo and Coach Grogan are with our sideline reporter, Dave Fleming. Dave, take it away.
Thanks, Pat. Here is Bacasa Smith and Coach Grogan from Cash. Bacasa, your first All-Star game. What was that like? Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun, honestly. It was good to play with the other experienced girls. It was a nice playing environment, honestly. I don't know these girls, but there was good team chemistry out there too, and I love it.
Yeah, you got some flow going. It started a little tough starting out, it seemed like, but then you got the flow going. That must have felt good.
Yeah, it felt good. We got our team together. We all played nice, you know.
Yeah. So you're a senior. What's your favorite subject at school?
Math, probably.
Okay, you got a favorite teacher shout out?
Miller.
All right, Miss Miller. All right, Miller, there you go. Coach Grogan, you can stay right here. You're back up a bit for us, which is good. Coach Grogan, first All-Star game. What was that like for you?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was all about the students having fun, and so just getting a good rotation and letting them play, let them do what they do best.
How'd you figure out the rotation? What did you do? You just went by feel?
Went by feel, yeah. No magic there. The ladies just showed up to play, and so we just put in the best combinations that we could.
Well, first All-Star game for Coach Grogan and Bacasa Smith from Cash. And I want to thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, back to you, Pat.
Thank you so much, Dave. In City League fashion, we mess up the numbers. We had three number twos on that team, so we thought it was Isaiah Lobo. It was actually Bacasa Smith. So Bacasa Smith was the player of the game. She did a fantastic job here this afternoon for Team Grogan and her head coach from Cash, Coach Grogan. So Bacasa Smith, outstanding game here tonight. And, we mentioned that this is the last game for a lot of the seniors. For a lot of these teams, Ruth Norton, actually all three players from Latin Academy are seniors this year. So they really finished off their season with an all-star game after winning the city championship for the first time in a long time. But a lot of these players, this is the last time they're going to play organized basketball.
Right. I mean, and it's not sad or anything. It's just a decision. There are other interests. You move on to college or to some other responsibilities, and basketball's fun, and now it's over. But the good thing about having all-star games is you'll see a combination of those kind of players. There are some definite serious players out here too who are looking forward to playing in college. So I think it's nice that they were able to spend, like you said, the seniors was able to end with this kind of a setting and this kind of competition.
No question, and certainly a lot of fun here this afternoon. We're going to take a look at the final stats here from Madison Park High School. And first up, it's Team Grogan.
Yeah, for Team Grogan, you had 15 points for Lobo. Guerrero had 8 rebounds. You had Lobo with 9 and 9 for Mariano. So the big girls for Grogan really got a lot of second chances. And then the assists were just 4.
Let's take a look at Team Dever's final stats.
Their final stats a little different, a little more spread out. Sherry with 7, Paremba with 6, Conklin 9 rebounds, Paremba with also 9 rebounds. So 18 rebounds for the 2 Latin Academy girls helped a little bit of that comeback, but just wasn't enough. Ruth Norton ended up with 4 assists, and Conklin had 2. So Team Dever always behind from the 3-minute mark of that first quarter. Just they made one serious run, like we said, a 7-0 run, but defensively they weren't able to put together enough to really slow down Grogan to keep them from maintaining that 10-point lead.
Yeah, no question. As we saw Team Grogan hang on throughout with that big lead, and they finished with a 20-point lead here this afternoon. Folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Game of the Week. If you want to watch this game again, first thing you can do is go to the city's website, boston.gov/cable. Scroll to the bottom of the screen. Click on Game of the Week. That'll reroute you to our video library. You can watch games that way. You can also watch games on our social media feeds. First, you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. We got a lot of good stuff up on that site, including links to all the games we've covered. And finally, you can follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. That's the first All-Star game here this afternoon. We got one more coming up on the boys' side, but for right now, I'm going to say so long from Madison Park High School in Roxbury. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Take care.